Okay, so we're gonna just talk about an app every now and then. We'll call it, "Hey man, what's app?" I don't know. But anyways, we're just gonna talk about like one app every now and then because the kids are getting new apps, and I just kind of want to keep y'all refreshed a little bit, and maybe just give you like one at a time, no overloads. So the first thing I do want to show you is wrong screen. That's what I'm going to show you. The wrong screen. Okay, let's try that again. That first thing I'm going to show you is the new homeroom app. So, right here we have the homeroom app. Yes, it is like a homeroom app. It's not just a bookmark that the kids clicked on from Safari and it works half the time it does it. It's an app. It lives on the iPad. So we're going to go ahead and touch on it. And I, today, will be Grace Fothergill. So I hope I do her justice. But we're signed in on a student account just so y'all can see what it looks like. So when the students do this, it makes a little bit more sense. Up at the top, you'll see looks just the normal. You have the H button to open up the menu. It's got all the stuff at the bottom for all their assignments that are overdue. And then, just the usual stuff. So I've set her up a little file that I need her to just turn something in. So we're going to go ahead and act like we need to turn something in. So here's what she needs. She needs to just turn in a file. The usual way you did that is you had to go into Google Drive and put it back in, and kind of use Google Drive as that middleman. But now this time, since it's an app, you can use the open in, or it's called a native app function. So anything that's got the share square on it, the little box with the arrow pointing out, any app that has that, you can now put that on your iPad, kind of, using homeroom. So let's go ahead and go look at that. So she needs to put that file there. So let's head out and let's pretend that we're going to work on a file. Adobe Reader. And yeah, you can work on PDFs in homeroom, but sometimes the functionality of Adobe Reader, the kids just like that more. They can do a little bit more with it. So here's a PDF, and up there in the top right-hand corner of the screen that disappeared, there's our share square. I'm going to touch on that, and then we're going to go to the open in. I'm going to touch on that. Then I get to my menu. Usual menu, but if you look towards the bit, oh, look at there. It's open in homeroom. So we're going to say open in homeroom. It'll switch over, and it'll give you this added your file to files on my iPad. You can now submit it an assignment or add it to a message. I'm going to try that one more time. Added your file to files on my iPad. You can now submit it to an assignment or add it to a message. I knew I could do it. So, kind of disappears and you're like, well, where is it? So go ahead and return the files in. So here we touch on the files, and notice it doesn't say choose from drive anymore. It says choose from camera or choose a file. So we're going to say choose a file. And then it takes you to the files on your iPad. And if you look up at that top left-hand corner, it does still look like a Google Drive symbol because it's using Google Drive now in the background. So the step is gone pretty much. It's essentially doing the same thing, but all those extra steps are gone. So you can see I've uploaded this one many times, but let's go ahead and touch on that. So we're going to upload 1,000 questions PDF. Oh, I can't make my nose. I'm on video. Okay, so there it goes. It's in. I could not show a preview, but the file is there, so you can look at it and you can grade it. Well, it's actually my file, so I guess I could look at it and I can grade it. So that was essentially the new function for homeroom that I wanted to let everybody know about, was the open in. And like I said, that works in anything that's got that open in. So if we're in Keynote and they've made a Keynote that they need to turn in, all they have to do is open it with that share square. So I think this was Miss Hale's presentation, so I'm going to use it. Sorry, Miss Hale. But if you see at the top, there's that share square. Touch on it, and we're going to say open in another app. And you can pick one. You can even pick Keynote if you wanted to get it that way. If you want PDF, if you want it that way. So I'm just going to say Keynote. It'll convert it. Say choose app. And there's our open in homeroom. Touch on it. It'll switch over to homeroom again. It'll say added your files. Say okie dokie. and then it'll be in that files on my iPad section again. So good luck. Hope it goes well.